love is not like giving anything that the son or daughter want, but love is to do things good for him and tell him all the good things that he should follow.
Please watch on to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, Dutch, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, and Thai. Pengaksama ring pamiarsa sane ngelangunin, Titiang Wiwik Suryani, saking Denpasar, ring Indonesia sane ngangobin. Pinake kepulauan pinih ageng ring gumine, Indonesia medruwe 17 tali 500 kutus pulau sane megenah saking benua Asia lan Australia. Pinake kepulauan sane makeh medruwe basa-basa, Indonesia mekueh wargane nomor 4 di gumine. Keiderin antuk Siwanusa lan wenten langkung ulung dasa tali kilometer sisin pasih, segara tropis Indonesia sane anget taler akeh medruwe sarwa gumatap gumitip lan mekudang-kudang ekosistem minekadi wewengkon sisin pasih, gegumuk bias, sawan, alas bakau, kang, sasahan bulung, sasahan nyanyat pasih, bataran mebet puras, bentangan ganggeng, miwah ekosistem nusa cenek. Santukan makeh medruwe nusa, nenten kegiat yeneng ring Indonesia, wenten kirang langkung 300 tempekan adat, sane medruwe dreste soang-soang, sane becek lan luhur, sane nyarengin ring kebudayaan modern Indonesia sane dinamis. Maha Guru Ching Hai medruwe welas asih sane ageng ring rakyat Indonesia lan sampun medharma wecana ring negara luhur puniki. Daweg warsa duang tali 14, ide mesuale patre ring mustikayang Joko Widodo, micayang selamat nyangre dados Presiden Indonesia. Ide nyinep suale patre nyana ring mustikayang antuk ngerasti tiang sane utama dumugi suargan micayang kerahayuan ring ragane lan rakyat Indonesia sane welas asih. Angayu bagia Presiden ngepah akidik antuk Indonesia sane mikat manah irage sami. Dumugi pemargine setate setinut sekayang-kayang. Ngelangkungin 3 dasa warsa, Maha Guru Ching Hai sampun nginarin jagat iragene antuk witi tatwa idene. Pinaka guru tercerahkan sempurna, ide Maha Guru ngajahang metode Kuan Yin, ring sane jakti mekayunan, ngemanggihin kesujatian, ring iragene mangde ngemolihang pelepasan utawi moksa, wantah keuripan sane apisan, nenten malih numitis kemercepada. Metode Kuan Yin sampun kemargiang sareng ide para guru sanewikan, minekadi Buddha, Yesus Kristus, Nabi Muhammad ide sate santi, lan guru Nanak. Ide mapi teket yening iraga eling ring ide Sang Yang Widiwasa, ngaturang ayahan tanpa pamrih ring jagate, utawi ngiringang karma buana agung, iraga pastike ngemanggihin keutamaan, dados manusia, lan uning ring kesujatian iraga meurip ring jagate. Maha Guru Qinghai patut dados tetuladan idup sanepine utama ring jagate keangin contoh welas asih sanes tata mepaice wantuan arte lan berana talar welas asih ring para pengungsi tunawisma keberbahan gumi miwah wantuan sane tiosan. Ring warsa kalih tali 6 ide boleh penghargaan Gusi Perdamaian sane kepada yang ring penghargaan Nobel Perdamaian saking benua kangin lan saking uni sampun keaturan makeh penghargaan sane tiosan lan puja-puji indek pemargin olas asih ide sane utama. Sabda kepatutan majeng ring semeton beburon sane luwih ide ngewedaran rayunan welas asih mawit saking tetumbuhan saha nyempeneyang manusia sami eling ring angge antuk kesucian sami keuripan ngemargiang vegan utawi hahimsa sane tentrem lan luhur mangde beburon lan iraga sami hidup rahayu bahagia nganti riwekas. Pekarsan ide ngewedaran vegan nganggen makeh pemargi minekadi nganggen suala patra cara hidup alternatif jaringan restoran vegan internasional mewaste Loving Heart Supreme Master Television taler trepti mewacana ring pemerintah sane kuasa lan pemimpin media taler nyarengin konferensi televisi indek perubahan iklim sane seuningin utawi nenten. Winaya ide sampun medruwe pikenoh ageng ring kesadaran global indek pula palik hidup sanesih ring beburon taler sapunapi winaya iraga mangde preside jagate state santi lan ajak sareng semeton dure negara sareng nyelamatin planet iragane saking perubahan iklim. Saking uni Maha Guru Qinghai sampun ngelunganin dure negara saking Amerika nyantos Afrika saking Eropa nyantos Oceania lan ngewentenang satusan dan mewecana ring semeton sinamian lan pare sisian idene indek ketatuan iraga ngemolihang peswecan ide mesidayang mangkin nedunang dharma wecana sane mewaste nenten jesuung yening ngeraga kande kalih saking 6 kande ring acara sareng nabe lan pare sisya pacang ke enter ring basa Inggris daweg 2 Maret kalih tali roras ring Prancis.
There's another thing. Also about taxi driver. All my people are taxi driver. I have no prince story to tell you, princess or anything like that. Very interesting. I went with the taxi driver, another taxi driver. Yeah, before the taxi driver that I told you yesterday, there was another taxi driver, and I went regular. Yeah, with him. Not daily, but often. And then he's also very kind and help me with grocery whenever I need. And he go inside even and tell me also this is what. Ask him to read. Sometimes I don't bring the glass. Read the ingredients for me, and he does all that very nicely. But he has one trouble. He smokes. Yeah. Well, I didn't know that because normally they don't smoke in the car. They wait until the customer not there. They go out smoke. You see? Yeah, outside. And one day I caught him smoke because I just came out too early. I caught you. Oh, you smoking? I said, oh yeah, just, very little. I say, how little? I asked him, how little? I say, well, maybe half package, 3/4 package a day. I said, why don't you finish the whole package? Kill yourself earlier, man. Why die slow? Die quick. I'm just joking with him. I was in Spain at that time. So now, okay, we are going that way. And I don't know, we just get talking, Yeah, you're talking and... I told you when I'm out, I talk, and just nonsense like everybody else. If you see me then, you surely think I'm pretty normal. And then he say that he's divorced, yeah? His wife is with another man now, and he's with his son. And he has a girlfriend who comes to him, like they come, not every day, but they don't stay together, they just see each other. So it's okay, everything's fine. And then... But he sent his son to college and all that, even then. So I feel he's a good boy, good father. And then one day he said something like his son would like to buy a new engine for his bicycle because the bicycle kaput, but he didn't have money or something. And he tell him, I said, you don't give him? He said, he has to wait a little while, maybe. Because winter, taxi business is kind of slow, yeah? And of course he has to pay for his apartment, maintenance for his taxi car, and, insurance, all kind of thing that you have to pay, electricity, water, etc., doctor bill, yeah? And college fee and all thing. Then, so I say, never mind, now you know what, in my place, the grass tall. Why don't you tell him to come and cut the grass? And I would pay him something so that he doesn't have to always take money from your pocket. How about that? He said, good idea. So he brought his son there, yeah? And then, of course, he began to cut some grasses and all that. And then I'm going out with the father, with the taxi. Because the grass he cut is on the way out, Between the house and the gate is a long kind of road, yeah, with grass on it. So I was cutting a kind of a halfway or something, and we are going out. I'm going out with the father. And then when the father taxi passed by the son, he stopped. I thought he wanted to say goodbye, of course, but he took out a cigarette and gave it to his son, like this. And they're both smiling, and I was shocked. The son is only like, did I say to you already? Yesterday is not this story? The son is only about 15, yeah? So I was so shocked. I couldn't help it, you know my temper, right? Immediately, I say, what are you doing? I talk to him like I talk to you. Normally, I put my best foot forward all the time with outside people. But yes, that day I couldn't help it. I don't know, it must have been a bad luck day for him or something. But we've been together for a while already, driving, and then I'm always generous with him, yeah? So, and he has very much respect for me because we talk a lot. My broken Spanish didn't help either, but I was so mad. I was so mad. I said, you give him cigarette? And he was kind of very shameful. He said, hey, yeah, he smokes also. I said, what? And you let him? I was just kind of protective. I feel sorry for the son, and then I said, go now, go, drive. And then he drive outside, and I continue my lecture, of course, in broken Spanish. But he understood everything. Well, at least I understood what I was saying. I say, look here. He's only 14 or 15, yes? He's very tender. His body is not built up well. His bone is not really completely formed yet. And you, not only you don't forbid him to smoke, not only you don't make a good example yourself, you smoke, and then you don't even tell him not to smoke, and then you encourage him to smoke like this. What kind of father are you? And he said, if I forbid him, he go out and smoke with his friend anyway. I say, no, it's not true. Many fathers smoke, but the daughter and son don't go out and smoke with friends in the school. It's not true, you know that. And you know how many million people die every year because of smoking, don't you? He gave me a very small figure, like 200,000. I said, you joking? You go home, look in the internet again. Yeah? Well, maybe I was wrong a couple of millions, but but I mean, related death, it could be millions. Understand? Many millions. People don't really do research into it. Yeah? And also the second-hand smoke, related. Third-hand smoke, related to it. Yes? All kind of things. Yeah? Or people also commit suicide because don't have enough money to pay anymore to cigarette and depressed and all that. Also, all kind of things. Understand me? So I couldn't be too far off, I said to him, 4 million, 5 million people. Maybe I'm a little bit wrong, but not that wrong. Well, even if I'm wrong, it scared him good enough. I didn't mean to tell lie. I just thought about that much. I thought I remember that from information somewhere,
Some of the tragic tolls of tobacco. 5.4 million smoking-related deaths per year worldwide. Tobacco use kills one person every 6 seconds. Smoking-related costs $193 billion annually in the United States alone. Depression. Light and mild cigarettes just as harmful. Causes cancer and diseases in animal companions. Harms lung cell DNA that regulates breathing. Speeds the aging process. Toxic residues of third-hand smoke. Heart disease. Coronary thrombosis. Cerebral thrombosis. Kidney failure. Cancer. Mouth, liver, breast and colorectal cancer. Lung cancer. Esophagus cancer. Kidney cancer. Bladder cancer. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Emphysema, bronchitis, stroke, impotence.
Additional harms for exposure to second-hand smoke. 600,000 deaths worldwide each year.
Childhood arteriosclerosis, leading to heart attacks and strokes in adulthood. Sudden infant death syndrome. More than 80% of the babies who die are exposed to second-hand smoke. Infertility, miscarriages and premature deliveries. Childhood asthma, bronchitis, ear infection. Cleft lip or palate, hyperactivity and aggression in asthmatic boys, circulatory problems in women,
Lung damage in children leading to adult emphysema, lung cancer in non-smoking restaurant servers, hearing loss across all frequencies, childhood behavioral problems when exposed while in the womb.
plus more. For help quitting, please visit the following websites.
For more urgent information, please visit suprememastertv.com/killers.
Anyway, so he was all quiet and say, I'm sorry, it's none of my business, but he's too young, I feel like you should be more protective of him. Even if you smoke, you should have told him that it's bad and all that. Here I see you even encourage him to smoke because you want him to like you. You want him to stay with you. And it's not love, Love is not like giving anything that the son or daughter want, but love is to do things good for him. And tell him all the good things that he should follow. Yeah? I say go out and learn with the friends and all that stuff, I say no. If you are a good father, he would have probably listened to you better. Yeah? That's one thing. If you ever said anything to him even, maybe you didn't. Because you want to buddy with him against his mother, who knows, yeah? Anyway, now, it's very bad enough of you that you smoke, number one. And now you even make him smoke. You're very, very irresponsible father. And smoking is not healthy, right? He know, I know it all. Okay, if you say you love your son so much, like you have told me before, then how come you don't keep yourself healthy? So you can take care of him. He's still very young. Suppose you have cancer, right? I'm sorry, everybody knows that. And then maybe you die. Or even if you don't die, but you're sick, you're incapable of driving taxi or doing anything anymore. Who take care of your son? Yeah? Mother already married again. Have other family children. Who takes care of him? And you told me he doesn't want to live with his mother. Well, I can understand because she remarried, you see? He has a girlfriend, but she only come and go. You see what I mean? She doesn't live with him. So it's a different story, yeah? And the mother already married and have other children. So if you die or you're sick, who is taking care of your son? Don't you think about that? You're a very irresponsible father. I am so sorry if you offended anything, forgive me, but I think because you are a very good taxi driver, I think of you like a friend, because sometimes he came and I invite him a coffee or something. I cook a little coffee for him and a little salad or something when we run all day and he didn't have a chance to eat. Or I caught him, before lunch and then we run all afternoon and I know he didn't eat. So when I come home, if I eat something, I cook something and I give him some. I say, you can come to my house as a friend also, huh? And because I think of you as a friend, and a friend should tell a friend true things and beneficial things, not just a thing that make others just happy and feeling flattered, Like people say kiss butt, in English. Yeah, I don't do this stuff, because I respect you. And I like you as a person, so I tell you this. And if you're mad at me, I understand. But I have to tell you, your son is in a very tender age. At this moment, his body is still developing. His bone is not even, completely structured yet. And all his organ is still very tender. You cannot do this to him. Cannot encourage him to smoke. And smoke together in a small flat like this, an apartment like this, is really detrimental. You want to kill him? You say you love him, but you're killing him. Don't you realize you're killing your son by your own example and by encouraging him? Now, you call that love? No, I think you're bribing him so that he loves you, he likes you, but you're killing him. And he all the while he said, you're right. I have to do something. I said, yes, you quit. That's what you do. I said to him, quit smoking. And he said, okay, I will. And I thought he just said that. I said, you promise, huh? You say it like that. Next time I see you, you tell me that you're not smoking anymore. He said, yes, I will do it. I said, yeah, if you love your son, you do it. At first, I told him, why don't you tell him, like I told you before, you have to tell him not to smoke and all that. I say, and he say, because he's still smoking, so he cannot, your son wouldn't listen to him, that's why. So I say, that's why you quit. You have to quit. First you quit, and then maybe he follow you. I think he would, he will. And even if he doesn't, at least you feel good. You are a good father, yes, and you are still strong and healthy. Continue to take care of your son until he can take care of himself, at least. At least this, yeah? And your son listen to you or not, maybe we will see, yeah? At least you make a good example. So, okay, fine. I think both of them had enough of me. So, normally he's supposed to come back and cut more grass for me, yeah? They didn't show up. Fine, I understand. I also didn't call him either. Next time I call a different taxi driver. Okay, so he doesn't come back, But before that, I knew that I went too far, So anyway, but it still take me to the market, I knew I went a little bit too far, but so I went in there to buy some jacket for the son, It's winter and he didn't have much, it's so cold. And then I buy something for the son, yeah, some clothes, yeah, and then some for the father also. I give it to them, and they were very happy, but still didn't come back to cut grass next day. Okay, I took the hint. I didn't say anything. But one day, long time afterward, I went out, and he called me on the phone, and he said, how am I, and all that. But I said, okay. If I need you, I call you. Okay, goodbye. Anyway, and then so many months later, we don't hear from each other, of course. I go with another taxi driver. I don't even bother, I forgot about him already. And one day I went to a small restaurant that they sell a little special thing, vegan, that I like. I haven't found it anywhere else. I don't know anywhere else anyway. So I happened to find it, so I like it. So I asked another taxi driver, by the way, stop there for me to eat that special thing. In Spain they call it churros. You know that? Yeah, okay. And then there he was, my ex-taxi driver. He was thinking my ex something. Okay, my ex-taxi driver. Oh, I was feeling a little bit, a little more awkward also, and he was also very awkward. But nevertheless, oh, how are you and all that. I want to go in here and have a coffee, Would you like to come in also? And he, of course, very gladly to come in. He was waiting for his turn, yeah? He wasn't having work or anything, so he came in and have a drink. And me and other taxi driver as well, and him. That's a 2 taxi driver. One ex and one, and one, how you say, incumbent? Yeah. So we talk, and then I just asked him, you still smoking? He said, no, I quit since I last saw you. Good news, huh? Yeah, at least, huh? Yeah. So yelling really does help, Because before I was very sweet to him and also say something like, smoking is never good, you know that, a lot of people die and it's very bad and it's more expensive now and thing. I always talk sweetly to him. I never care. I yelled at him, scold him, and he quit. Okay, next time if I see anybody smoking, I just yell. Maybe they quit quicker. No, don't do that. People don't always listen to sweet talk. I don't know why. So nowadays, I like to invite people when I eat something, or I like to give it to people around me, whoever nearby. If I cook something nice, I never really... I feel like I would love very much to share it, Even just now, believe it or not, I come in the kitchen and see all things and say, wow. And then I'm thinking immediately of you. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to invite some of them here to share some food, But I thought, oh, no, forget it, never mind. But I was thinking immediately like that. It's just automatic, Oh, it's such a complicated world, I'm telling you. Even to be nice, you have to think twice. So, it's a good idea, huh? Good thinking, huh? Good news, huh? Yes. I hope he continue. And then I was very happy, of course, nah? I hugged him, Yeah, I hugged him and he was very happy because he looked so miserable. I don't know, I never see such a miserable taxi like that. He's not unpleasant. He just looked very down, very sad. The whole body feel like that all the time. But after I hugged him, he looked like he grew back again. And then I went out and buy him a present, I buy him a little chain with the cross with Jesus on it. I said, every day you see this, you keep quitting, okay? You promise? And then he said he promised. Because sometimes people can quit smoking for many days or many weeks or many months or many years, but they still, they come back sometimes because this kind of thing is really evil. Cigarette and drugs, they're really evil. They just clutching you, very difficult to get rid of. Besides, his son is still smoking, that's making him very tough for him. See what I mean? They live in the same apartment. And even though the son smoked outside in the balcony, but still every time he passed by, he bring the smoke go out, the cigarette and go out smoke. Imagine how difficult it is for him, and he's still holding tough for many months. So for that, I really appreciate him very much, and I really, I say, you're really good, very, very good, very courageous, very strong man. You're a good father now. I'm very proud of you. And I went out and take him out, to buy him this present so that every day he can remember and be strong. And I say, tell your son, if he also quit smoking, next time I see him, he will also get a present like that or different one. Just like that, and then say goodbye. Okay, my nice story, yeah.
Smoking bans save lives.
Quitting smoking and restricting alcohol consumption, along with more exercise and higher fruit and vegetable intake, reduces the risk of strokes by more than half.
United Kingdom's ban on smoking in public places reduces passive smoke effects, which are linked to loss of life for more than 11,000 people every year. In the U.S., the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration said that sales of tobacco to underage youth have reached all-time lows in all 50 states. The number of young smokers aged 18 to 29 has fallen by 30% in Victoria, Australia, thanks to smoking bans in pubs and clubs. Smoking rates in Japan have been declining since 1996. Smoking bans mean decreases in acute coronary syndrome.
A study in Mississippi, USA found that heart attacks were reduced by 27% 3 years after indoor smoking was banned, with similar bans in 11 other worldwide locations also showing a reduction in both heart attacks and heart disease.
Rome, Italy experienced an 11.2% decrease in acute coronary events in the first year after a smoking ban in public places went into effect. Israeli researchers report that for people who are able to stop smoking, the increased risk of sudden cardiac death seems to disappear immediately. The National Sanitary Institute in France announced a significant decrease in heart attack rates following the country's smoking ban, with benefits also noted for decrease in secondhand smoke inhalation effects. New York, USA experienced an 8% decline in hospital admissions for acute myocardial infarction after a comprehensive smoking ban, which translates into healthcare savings of $56 million in 1 year. Smoking bans mean better health.
A US medical study finds that quitting smoking has nearly immediate benefits, including lowered blood pressure and reduced heart attack risk within 24 hours.
Data from the National Population Health Survey shows those who smoke have higher rates of chronic conditions such as bronchitis, asthma, and high blood pressure. Smokers and those exposed to secondhand smoke develop colon cancer about 7 years earlier than non-smokers. Smoking bans mean healthier children. Research from the Michigan State University in the USA and the David Hyde Asthma and Allergy Research Center in the UK show that the smoking habits of mothers during pregnancy increase asthma risks in some children. Children regularly exposed to secondhand smoke have more than triple the risk of lung cancer, as well as higher risks of other respiratory problems later in life. Smoking bans are good for business. In his annual report, UK Chief Medical Officer Liam Donaldson said a public smoking ban would save an estimated £2.7 billion. £680 million saved by having a healthier and more efficient workforce. £140 million saved through fewer sick days. £430 million saved from productivity loss from smoking on the job. £100 million saved from cleanup costs related to cigarette smoking. Plus more. For more information, please visit www.supremastertv.com/harms-benefits-flyer.
Pamiarsa sanewangi ang titiang, suksemaning manah santukan sampun nyarengin titiang, ring acara nenten jesuwung yene ngerage, kande kalih saking 6 kande, ring acara sareng nabe lan pare sisih. Saksiang terus Supri Master Television antuk acara sane janten becik. Selantur nyane acara pilihan saking esai ide Ralph Waldo Emerson, kande pertama, luhuring atme, pahan kalih saking kalih pahan, ring acara sabda-sabda wicaksana. Dumugi ide sangang widiwasa, dados suar penuntun irage sekayang-kayang. May God be your eternal guiding light. For more details, please visit supremastertv.com/BMD.